Hello everyone, welcome back to the discussion on the variables. In the previous video we have seen about the scalar variables. Now in this video we'll see about the array variables. Okay, before proceeding for the discussion, I have one question for you, and the question is like, I want to store the ID of 5 employees. So what should I do? Do I declare the 5 variables for ID and assign a value, or should I declare only one variable and assign all the 5 values into it? Put your correct answer, whatever is feasible to you. According to me, the more feasible answer is the second one. I should declare only one variable and assign all the 5 values into it, because see, all the variables that you define into your script get stored into a memory location. So as many as number of variables are there in your script will increase the size of your memory. Okay, so it is always better to store one variable and assign all the values into it. Now how it is possible? It is possible through array. Let's see how it can be used. So this is the way I define 5 variables. Okay, now here my 5 variables get stored into the memory, but I should not use in such manner. If it is possible to store all these values into a one variable, like how? Okay, you can define a array in the same manner as a scalar variables. Only the difference is, like emp array, you have to enclose it with parenthesis. Okay, and now you have to define the size of your array. Here I am defining 4. Why 4? Because the array index starts with the 0, and if I define it as a 4, it will store up to 5 values. Okay, now to define a values into the array, the method is like this: emp0, and here it is defining the first index value. Okay, in the similar manner you can define all the 5 values. Like this way an array can be defined. Okay, so here in the memory there is only one variable, emp array. Okay, and all the values are stored into the single array. Okay, now if you want to retrieve the value of the array, the method is same as you define it. Like this is the where variable, and here the fourth index values come into this variables. Okay, so let's take the another scenario. Let's say I want to store the information of employees, but I don't know like how many number of employees are there. So if I defined an array of employee, I don't know how many number do I define over here. So to avoid this, there is a dynamic array in the VB script. Okay, where you need not to define the number of the sizes, actually the size of an array. How it can be used? You just define, let's say, dynamic array. My name is this, here, like this. Here it means this is an array type of variable, but size is not defined to it. Now to define the size, you have to use a redim statement. Redim statement like this. Redim means it resizes the array. So now your array will become like this: 0, 1 and 2. Okay, let's say here value is A, B and C. Okay, now again this becomes the fixed value, but let's say tomorrow your employee get increases by 5. So you can do it like this: redim dynamic array as 5. Okay, but what happens now? This time this contents gets deleted. It will become like this: 3, 4, 5. Okay, again new value you have to insert it from 0. Now if you want to preserve the old value, you have to use the preserve statement. Redim preserve. The difference between redim and redim preserve is, using this statement the content of your array gets preserved. Like in this case, if you have array like this, okay, A, B and C, 0, 1, 2. Okay, when you define the redim preserve, now your array will become like this: 3 and 4 and 5. This content gets same, and now you can give the contents to the other index. Okay, so this is how the dynamic array works into the Qtk. Thank you.